Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sweaties and casuals, welcome back to yet another large event. My name is Lethal F Baby. I am joined alongside my near and dear friend Liam White. How are you, good sir?
I'm good today, Lethal. Looks like Ma is finally joining. Looks like he had a few issues to start with. Guys, welcome to the Europa Halo Qualifier number 2. We have a stacked bracket for you today. We're going to be starting round 1 with Bacca versus Ma007 in a best of 1 on Rift.
Again, guys, welcome back to another eventful today. Today is another qualifying cup thrown on by Europa Halo. We had the first one go down on September 1st. A great turnout that we did have for that. We had our champion come out of that, which ended up being Mike Beaston. Soared all the way through winners bracket finals, all the way to the grand finals. Went undefeated all the way up until winners bracket finals, where he did play against All Morante. They both went through 2 best-of-5 series, where Mike did take both those series 3-2. And today we have the second qualifying cup going down. And if I do have to say, Liam, if we ever seen a very, very hearty double meat beef stew, this would definitely be it. There are a lot of big names that we have signed up for today's event. Definitely some great show matches going on today.
Yeah, there's a couple of players missing from the bracket, but nevertheless, there's a lot of big names. Just waiting for the players' bans to come in now. Looks like Bacca has chosen to ban Anders. Let's see what Mars put. And Mars has banned Yap Yap, so we're going to have Anders and Yap Yap banned.
All right, and awesome, guys. And then we'll go over the rules one more time before we kick things off. We are playing Europa Halo style rules. The rules are going to go as follows. Each player is going to get 1 ban each. We did hear those bans coming out of the 2 players as well. We're going to have a 45-minute game timer. A 45-second DC rule will be in effect, along with no repeats for this series. This round 1 of this tournament will take place on Rift here. And again, we are watching Bacca versus Mar in this round 1 series in the second qualifying cup for this Europa Halo World Series. Again, guys, if you guys haven't checked out the bracket, do we have a command for that yet?
Yep. You've got all your commands, Leaf.
What's the command? Where are the commands?
You want to know what the command is for the bracket?
Hmm?
Exclamation mark bracket.
Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we do have a lot of names turning out today, and if you want to check out the bracket, go ahead and type in ! bracket down below to check that out. We are going to jump on board here with Bacca versus Mar in a best-of-1 series going down on Rift. If we take a look at the leaders here, both players actually opting in for Forge. Again, the bans for each players, we're going to end up being Yap and Anders. We won't see those out of this game here. We're going to see a big Forge mirror going down on Rift. Mar is a PC player playing on mouse and keyboard, as Bacca is an Xbox player going for or playing with a controller. Hot take, Liam. How do you think this is going to turn out?
Bacca seems to be a rising star in the community, but Ma is a seasoned veteran. We saw him take down a few big names in the last tournament he participated in, beating both Rockgen and Mike Beaston with Forge, nevertheless, as well. So he has chosen Forge here. So let's see how he does against Bacca.
Marines ready to serve.
What task are you going to do that?
Supply pad construction.
Spawning in the red corner, we have the legendary Mar007 playing as the terrifying Forge.
And over in the blue.
Spawning in the blue corner, we have the amazing Bacca playing as the fabled Forge.
Alright, so it looks
And
like
alright.
Bacca opening supply
Generator
pad generator. Ma doing the exact same. Bit slow on upgrading his generator though.
Yeah, and the only difference between these two, they both open up Gen second, but we did see Mar actually open up a Jackrabbit, and he's going to immediately challenge for the left wing power there, which ends up being
Generator
Chewbacca's
upgrade complete.
extra power source that's going to be off to his right. And as Chewbacca ended up opening up a Marine, and let's see, we're having a small Marine spam for Chewbacca in the meantime. Both players, looks like they're trying to secure as much yellow on the map. We are seeing a Forge Mirror. And normally in a Forged Mirror, the first to get as many hogs along with an upgraded T2 leader is most likely going to win the game. But I'm definitely curious to see the approach that's going to come out of both these players. If we look at Mars' base here, can opt in for an Armory 5th. He's got it. He's got a Marine in. I mean, his Jackrabbit is in position to be able to steal a mini. He's going to grab that mini off to the side there from Chewbacca while securing his back mini. One is still left open on the side that Chewbacca could potentially return steal on that. Chewbacca actually in the back as well with 2 Marines. Going to steal a mini on that side as well. And he could possibly steal Mar's last mini here as well. Again, we're seeing an Armory 5th coming out of Mar. Chewbacca is actually going to opt in for pure eco on his base. We haven't seen any production buildings. He just secured 2 minis. So again, the minis are even on the field, but they are staggered across the map here. Each player does have a mini on their opponent's side. I'm curious to see how Chewbacca is going to try to hold and get into T2 here.
Our base is under
Well, it doesn't
attack.
look like any player is going to be putting down a barracks to try and clear out these minis.
Mini base
Good thing
complete.
is that Chewbacca did manage to counter steal, so he's not going to be behind on pads. They're going to have 2 minis each.
Supply pad constructed.
Chewbacca's opting to clear it out with Marines. He did put a supply pad down on the back mini that he chose, and a supply pad down on the mini base that he stole.
Eager
as well.
to get to it.
Difference between the two players here is Ma is going to have a Forge Hog, swap into a second generator already as well, so the Forge Hog is going to allow him to contest
Our
the map,
base is under attack.
a lot more than Chewbacca. 'Cause
Supply pad
Forge
constructed.
Hog will be able to take down the Marines quite easily with that anvil round as well. Chewbacca now swapped into a second gen also.
Marines under fire from enemy ground troops.
Yeah, definitely a great choice out of Mar here. I mean, he's got a couple Marines on the field. He's got that hero on the field. He's going to be able to take these nodes very, very quickly without having too many units on the field. Mar is setting a second generator down. Actually, a third generator down after destroying
Under attack.
his armory there. But again, this leader is on the field, and it looks like his priority is going to end up being to take some nodes. He's got some vision off to the side to see Chewbacca. Doesn't have any pressure here. Doesn't have a supply pad. I mean, only has a supply pad. Doesn't have a barracks off to the side. But Chewbacca has a lot of Marines on the field. Is 5 seconds out from tech and is dealing with that mini off to the side. He's seconds away from destroying that as well as being into tech. If we take a look at Mars Eco here, he's upgraded all of his pads at home. He's setting a turret down, and he's still 400 yellow from being into tech too. As Chewbacca's already into tech's going to set a garage down. He hasn't set another garage down yet, so it's only a single garage, and his pads aren't fully upgraded.
I'm under fire
Maz
from air
working on the
units.
power nodes. He's about to have 2-0 in a second. Chewbacca putting down his expert. He's going to take the hog lead just because he's in tech a lot earlier. Maz just about to queue that up. He has 1100 power, but difference is he already has the Forge Hog out and upgrade, so if he can get that to tech 2, he should be able to
Our base
hold
is under
a lot
attack.
of these early Warthogs coming out of Chewbacca.
Yeah, definitely the same approach coming out of both players, but a different build as R opted in to upgrade all of his pads and set down a third generator in T1 as Chewbacca just tried to get into tech as quickly as possible to start pumping these hogs. His pads are still not upgraded due to the fact that he has to build his leader at home. He's opted in for an expansion, which he's probably going to have to play a little bit of defense. We are seeing 3 nodes to 1, and again, that's due to Mar getting that early hero and being able to take these nodes very, very easily. As well as giving some map presence with that hero as well. Chewbacca, we're seeing 30 population coming out of Chewbacca versus 12 for Mar. Mar barely being able to queue up Tech 2, or he's in Tech 2 now. If you take a look at his yellow, he's already soaring to Tech 3 before even setting down his first pad coming out of Tech.
Yeah, so that Tech 3
Warthog,
Forge
reporting
Hog,
for
should he
duty.
go to Tech 3, is going to make a huge difference in these fights against Chewbacca's
Our
armor.
base is under attack.
And it's really going to come down to who pulls off the best anvil rounds with scatter bombs on the Warthogs. Mars queued up 3 Warthogs on a single garage. He is getting that Tech 2 upgrade for the
Receiving
armory
fire
as
from
well.
ground
The
troops.
difference is he's opted in for an air pad as his second production building, where Chewbacca is going double garage, just getting the angle around for the Forge on, so he still has to queue up that Tech 2.
The enemy has captured our power node.
Right, and we're seeing so many more slots coming out of Chewbacca due to the fact that he's expanded. He's dealt with the mini on his side and still held that mini on his opponent's side for such quite some time. And it looks like Chewbacca's a little more versed in a forward mirror, spamming these hogs, then getting his leader out, and is now pushing up onto Mars base here. He's checking for an expansion. Doesn't see it now. Mar upgrading into Tech 3, 25 seconds out. Chewbacca doing the math here, trying to show a map presence. Has taken 2 nodes. It's pushed all the way up to Mars node, and again is checking for an expansion.
Yeah, Mars pinned back right now. I don't know why he didn't pick up the X-Ray earlier. It looks like he prioritized going into Tech 3. It looks like he's trickling in Hornets to mix in with his
ready to
Warthogs, and he's going straight for that Tech 3 forge
Upgrade
before he
complete.
actually makes an engagement. But that's allowing Chewbacca
The enemy has captured our power node.
And Jew's got 62 population to Mars 38. And he'll be able to control his expos.
Marines under fire from hostile vehicles.
Yeah, like you said, he did prioritize to get into T3, but again, the population difference has nearly doubled for Chewbacca. And all of these nodes that Mar did invest into very early on are easily taken back coming out of Chewbacca. And Chewbacca doing a great job checking out the map here. We're going to see this first engagement here.
Decent ammo round, only catches 2 Warthogs.
Supply pad constructed.
There comes the scatter bomb to
Our allies
follow
are
up,
in
and the
trouble.
counter scatter bomb with the anvil round from Chewbacca as well. And this is what
Our
Forge
base
mirrors
is under
really come
attack.
down to. Who can pull off the best scatter bomb with anvil round? And Ma,
Could use
in
some
this
help with these
engagement,
enemy
has a Tech
vehicles.
3 Forge hog. Looks like Chewbacca's getting pushed back here. He's going to lose
Wingman
a lot of these
researched.
hogs, and probably his Forge hog as well. Main difference is he has an
That was
extra,
a
Clean this thing.
and Ma needs to pick his up now while he's on the offensive.
That was a massive engagement, and that's definitely gonna be a scary sight seeing your T2 Forge Hog up against a T3
Oh, and Chewbacca
Forge Hog.
resigns!
Chewbacca already resigns. Wow, I am
engagement.
flabbergasted
And
by
enemies lost all their
the
bases.
play.
Ends the game.
That's gonna completely end the game, and that was such a natural flow from both players. We saw that engagement come down at the perfect timing. But again, Mar soaring into Tech 3, getting that upgrade. And even though the scatter bombs were both misplaced from both players,
Our
some of that
allies are in
population
trouble.
coming out of Chewbacca was Marines, and they were immediately deleted there as that engagement went down with the scattered trade. But again, that Forge Hog, along with the air, just made a complete difference. And the surprising upset in this game 1 of this series is going to be a best-of-1 series. It's going to go to Mar, who's going to move
Air
on
level 1 research.
the winners bracket round 2, which is going to turn into a best of 3, and that's going to be place him in the winners bracket top 16 there. I mean, fantastic game. I mean, Chewbacca looked like he set up to take it naturally in a forge mirror. Try to get into T2 as fast as you can. Pump as many hogs along with your leader with that T2 upgrade that's going to provide a lot of defense buffs for your vehicle units there. I mean, he played it textbook. He had the population lead. He started taking some nodes. He expanded perfectly on time. Got into tech, started pumping the hogs, started to challenge the nodes, checked for an expo, and Mar countered that by putting down 3 generators in T1. T2'd and immediately was able to T3. Had an air pad on the backside along with the garage and mixed in some hogs along with Hornets. That was the only thing he had on the field for nearly 6 minutes. And by the time that engagement went down, he did have the T3 upgrade there and was able to win that fight very surprisingly. And like you said, Mar, definitely a seasoned vet. Chewbacca coming new to the game. He has climbed the... I mean, he's approached the learning curve for this game very, very well. Definitely a very good player that's trying to be competitive. He still has a little bit more knowledge to go, but I mean, like I said, he approached it in a great fashion, and Mar just was able to counter it